As we say, if Harry wants to return to the royal family, his biggest problem will be the Prince of Wales, not the king. He was probably aware of this problem and lowered his ego to contact William before the king's hasty trip. And that will be the main content of this video. All doors are closing. Harry bitterly realizes he cannot give up the privileges he previously received. Now the royal family is his last lifeline. Surely that was the reason he hurriedly made plans to visit King Charles, and especially did not forget the most important factor for his return, William. But it's certainly not easy for William to forgive him, a traitor, selfish, willing to stab his family in the back. There was no way William would let Harry come back as if nothing had happened. And welcome back to the Royal News 365 channel, my friends. It doesn't have to be William. I, as a witness, would have shut him out after the Oprah interview. But it doesn't stop there. Harry pointed a spear at his family with the book spare. I don't see how he can possibly come back from that. Unless Harry publicly walks back everything he said, I don't see any way to move forward. Honestly, even then, I'm not sure. People stop speaking to their siblings for a lot less than internationally humiliating them, their wife and mother of their kids, their father, and creating stories about their deceased mother. Harry can't take it back. He made it clear that what is in that book is his truth, and that he doesn't care if anyone agrees or not because his memories are more important than the truth. As soon as he included personal details about his brother in his memoir, he was dead to William. So I believe William's rejection of Harry is understandable. Harry went to visit his father, but did not visit his sister-in-law or grandchildren, which is proof of this broken relationship. However, I strongly support keeping Harry away from the Welsh family. Harry may have reached out to William for new book materials and was sadly ignored. Harry is devastated he won't have information about Catherine's health to include in a new book. Harry is not aware that he is the one who hurt his family the most. The media likes to portray this as an ongoing saga between two brothers, but I suspect that William has moved on and closed that door. He has a family of his own which he needs to protect, and that supersedes any sibling relationship. If reconciliation was really in Harry and Meghan's hearts, they could have started in December with the release of Endgames and come out to tell the world that the King and Princess Catherine are not racist, etc. But they chose silence like they secretly, and were enjoying the negative press against them. Now Harry is looking down the barrel of being completely exiled when William is king, and he's panicking about being irrelevant. Read them and weep, Harry. You did this, and there is no going back from the bonfire you tried to light under your family. William has a stiffer backbone than his father, and will put the monarchy before any personal feelings. His family is his priority, and then the monarchy. He admires and has gratitude for the extended family that works in the British royal family, but I think he detests the dastardly duo and will cut them off completely. Harry thinks the royals owe him an apology. I'm sure he is confused and angry and extremely frustrated that William won't even talk to him. William needs to keep up healthy boundaries and keep Harry away from his family. Harry is done. No more royal sheen. Just a dirty, balding head and face and dirty clothes. Harry is always reaching out to William now, and it's out of desperation. He has finally realized that William's ascension to the throne could be sooner rather than later. He knows that he needs to reconcile with William and is desperate to do so. At best, that heartless man-child called the Prince of Wales's office from the house. Harry is just grasping at optical straws here, and the moronic journalist is either in their pay or out for some sensational chance misprint that sells, or they are playing devil's advocate in the ongoing estrangement between the royal family and this one. Who in this world who truly loves his father would carry on the way Harry has so far done? He insults his father and stepmother and marches on his late mother's memory. Harry is no loyal son of the royal family, and every time he mentions his late mother, he brings to mind the mother's extramarital affairs, mistakes made, historic mental health, less than stellar life, and disastrous death. He is not the only son the late Princess Diana had, and the difference is glaring clear between the heir and the disgruntled chip on the shoulder former spare. In the past, the royal family has taken immense pains to preserve their family image. They covered up the shenanigans of Harry. Charles even employed professionals to groom his younger son's popular image, carefully curating the media narrative as him being the most favorite grandson. They flexed their power to control their family image. Since Harry is used to that family culture, he is now shaming his family in the media, relentlessly hoping for the old reflexes of his family to kick in and for them to start talking to him in a bid to stop him from damaging their images. Why this is happening is because now things have changed. They cut him loose and decided to weather the storms he creates with dignity. He attacks repeatedly because he is not able to provoke them into rushing to make nice with him. After all, they want to shut down media shaming. He became dangerous to them after he married. He can and will do anything to sell his family out. This is why they will avoid him. This situation will continue to become worse for him as his father ages and his brother takes over more responsibilities and more leadership in steering the monarchy. So I will never believe that he truly wants to reconcile with William. I get that Harry is trying to pretend that the family split is all William's fault. He's obviously been doing that since they did the filming and editing for the obnoxious docudrama. But how exactly does he think this will play out? They made their entire brand about how they had to flee both the family and the institution, literally, for their lives. Even documented the final leg of the transition as freedom flight. The family was so cruel to them because of their immense popularity because Meghan was just too good at being royal. And now they want to pretend they're still in the royal loop. Stories about how Harry is going to relocate the whole family to help out the family that was literally trying to destroy him because of how beloved he was. How do they not get that they are just outing themselves as prolific liars with this new campaign? It cannot possibly help them even if the family were to welcome them back. They are literally outing themselves as the grifters they are. And it's never even flitted through their little hive minds that's what they are doing. And this is why they'll never succeed at anything. Not because they are royal enough, but because they make all these stupid plots that they've never bothered to reason through. And they seem to believe that the public and the moneyed people they seek as backers can't possibly see through them to the empty, talentless, soulless husks they actually are. Even though William has pretty much said nothing publicly about his brother since right after the Oprah interview, the constant reports of Harry reaching out and William ignoring or rejecting the offer of reconciliation make William appear to be unreasonably refusing to bury the hatchet. I feel that they are trying to make William the villain. This has been going on, in one form or another, since the Netflix documentary. However, those of us who have been watching need to be ready to remind others of what we know Harry has done, and why reconciliation is impossible so long as there is no accountability or contrition from Harry. I think it is sad for the family. They did not deserve what Harry had done or become. They loved and protected him, and he turns on him like this. I am sure it hurts. I am sure they go on with their lives, but they have grieved for Harry. Given that trust and loyalty is the most important thing to William, Harry is toast. He broke every rule regarding those issues and is still not showing any regret. I think the only way he will ever be allowed back is if he gets rid of the witch and agrees to live somewhere quietly with no press and nobody knows where he actually is. Given the hold Meghan has on him, though, I doubt he can earn any trust even if they divorce. It could actually be a ruse to get him back in and they will reconcile further down the road. The royal family will also have to agree on how to handle the children and visits if they divorce. It's pretty much a nightmare scenario for them no matter what they do or don't do. But that's a story for later. For now, it is terribly sad. The Harkles and their adoring fans are attacking the Wales family day and night. Harry encourages his supplicants to attack his family. It is sad what the Wales family is going through. So, I have to repeat. If he wants to come back, the very least Harry should do is issue a public denial of much of what he said in Spare and elsewhere, along with specific apologies to the people he has hurt most. He can claim insanity, drugs, brain fog, whatever, but he needs to acknowledge that his truth was no more true and far less interesting than a fairy tale. Finally, the only reason Harry wants back in England is for profit, PR, and to get more intel for future interviews and books attacking his own family and country. I hope Prince William should never speak to his disgusting brother again. Anyone who thinks the British royal family should let Harry back is an absolute moron. That brings us to the end of my video. Hope you agree with my point of view. If not, please comment so we can discuss it. Don't forget to like and share the video so YouTube can recommend similar videos. And if you want to receive notifications about the latest videos, please subscribe. We will be back soon. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.